Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, a former model is now accusing Russell Simmons of forcing her to have sex with him while Brett Ratner watched and did absolutely nothing. Carrie Clausen-Kaligi said she was 17 years old when this incident happened back in 1991. She was at Russell Simmons' apartment in New York City. She said she went there because they wanted to show her a music video that they had co-produced. Now, when they got there, she said that Russell Simmons aggressively removed her clothes. She said she asked Brett Ratner for help, but he did not respond. She said, "I'll never forget the look on his face. In that moment, the realization fell on me that they were in it together." She said she did fight off the attempt at sexual intercourse, but he did force her into oral sex. She says she guesses she just gave in and did it. And then she said she went to take a shower when it was over, and that's when he briefly anally penetrated her before she managed to get him away from her.
And Russell is saying all of this was consensual,
Now, I'm going to get to what Russell said. Russell Simmons said that everything that happened was consensual. He said, as a longtime social activist, I have applauded the strength of the brave men and women who have spoken out over the past month and made their voices heard regarding sexual assault and harassment. I am a supporter of the #MeToo campaign and the victims who were previously terrified to stand up and speak out against sexual misconduct. But he said he denies all these horrendous allegations of non-consensual sex against him with every fiber of his being. He said he does know Carrie and he remembers the weekend, and he said that everything that happened between us 26 years ago was completely consensual and with Carrie's full participation.
Now, how do we navigate through these allegations, though? Because there is going to be a point where we have to have the discussion about accusations and allegations. Because if somebody says that something happened, but then the other party says it didn't happen, what do we do?
All right. Well, here is Carrie Clausen-Kaligi. She actually did an interview, and here's what she had to say.
We've had a conversation about what happened where there was no dispute of what we were talking about. We were both talking about what happened on that night, and he actually apologized. What he's speaking about privately with me is completely different than what's come out publicly.
Should hearsay, she say be enough for people to be losing their livelihoods the way that some people are?
Well, if you read, did you read the whole LA Times article? It's really long. I was on vacation
And
when
I
I
read
was
Russell's
reading
statement.
it. Right, and I read his statement, and there were also allegations by Tanya Reid, who was the hotel front desk clerk from back then. He said he doesn't recall that conversation that he had with her over the phone. And, you know, I think it is a difficult situation because a lot of women, things do happen and they don't come forward. But then there's some women who say things happen and it didn't happen that way. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, so once again, how do we handle accusations and allegations? Especially when it comes to situations like this, when one party is saying, yes, it happened, the other party is saying, no, it didn't happen, it was consensual.
Now, Terry Crews also tweeted a message between Russell Simmons and himself, because Terry Crews, as you all know, came forward to discuss things that happened to him when he was actually grabbed by an agent in his privates. And he posted the email that Russell Simmons sent to him. He said, did he ever apologize? Give the agent a pass.
Now, Russell, that was dumb. Mind
Ask
your
that
business.
he be reinstated. With great love, all things are possible.
Now, Russell, that was stupid. You got to mind your business, Russell. Why are you coming to the defense of that agent? For
Right.
what?
So
Is that agent coming to the defense of you right now? Is anybody
I don't know
telling
that
people
that would
to take
help
it easy
him.
on Russell? I'm just saying. Mind your business sometime.
all right, now let's discuss this whole Tamar Braxton and her mother, Evelyn Braxton, and Vince Herbert, and what's going on with the three of them. Now, Evelyn Braxton has been very vocal about saying that Vince was physically abusive toward her daughter. And in an interview with Sister Circle TV, here is what Evelyn had to say about an incident.
I heard all of this noise. So I ran into the kitchen and I'm like, what is going on, for God's sakes? And he was abusing her. She was trying to run. She was trying to get away. And I spoke to him and he turned on me. So I ran back to my room because the baby was in the bed with me.
Of course.
I was very much afraid for the baby because his whole
Demeanor had
oh my
changed.
God, demeanor. And I put a chair behind the door and held that baby all night long.
Whew. All right. Well, she also says that battered women are in denial and they're hoping that things would change or get better. It will not get better. I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.